A few years ago, I lived with my girlfriend in a small town. While I was a natural skeptic, I enjoyed the thrill of horror just as much as the next person, and I often joined in on their plans for Halloween parties and scary movie nights. One night, I came home to find them excitedly planning an adventure to an abandoned mansion on the outskirts of town. The backstory of a mix of satanic rituals, mistreated slaves, and mysterious disappearances was typical for any haunted place in the South. Despite my skepticism, I went along for the ride. The idea of exploring a supposedly haunted mansion was intriguing. As we approached the park, my skepticism kicked in, especially when I learned the mansion was on private property. Trespassing wasn't something I was eager to do, but my girlfriend's persistence and knack for pushing my buttons convinced me to join the group. The park's forest created a deceptive illusion of depth, and we soon found ourselves facing a rusted barbed wire fence guarding the mansion. The atmosphere was electric as we squeezed through the loose fence. The mansion, a three-story structure with a wide double door, greeted us. To my surprise, the door swung open effortlessly, revealing inverted pentagrams and spray-painted warnings decorating the walls. As we explored in groups, the initial excitement waned. The first group described an eerie room with a bed too small for a normal person. The second group echoed the sentiment, adding a feeling of being watched and a broken window. When my group's turn came, I refused to go upstairs, skeptical of the unstable floor. The others returned, claiming the door was locked. I remained unconvinced, attributing it to the decaying state of the mansion. We explored the kitchen and discovered doors leading to the backyard. Oddly, despite the open doors, the air inside was stagnant and moldy. Curiosity led us to the cellar, surprisingly well preserved. A crash startled us, prompting a hasty retreat. We noticed a fallen fuse box, explaining the noise. Ready to leave, we heard unmistakable footsteps, but they weren't ordinary steps. It was a step-drag-step pattern, like something being dragged. We crouched in the darkness, lights off, realizing we were not alone. Approaching the sound, I witnessed an inexplicable sight. The grass moved as if an invisible force stepped on it. Panic set in as we ran towards the field, leaving the mansion behind. The haunting part, however, was the whistling that followed us. A tune of satisfaction and accomplishment, though the source was unseen. Back at the cars, the group gradually disbanded, and the experience became a distant memory. Online searches yielded little information, leaving the incident shrouded in mystery. The whistling still haunted me, leaving me uneasy and questioning its origin. The urge to return lingered, a pull to revisit the unexplained. Despite my logical mind, the mysterious events continued to resonate.